Deep in the mountains of Papua New Guinea winds a narrow, rugged path through some of the most unforgiving jungle on Earth. This is the Kokoda Trail, a place where thousands of soldiers fought and many died during one of World War II's most brutal campaigns. But beyond the blood and the history lies a mystery still unsolved to this day. Did Japanese forces bury crates of gold along the Kokoda Trail? Let's go back to 1942. After conquering large parts of Southeast Asia, Imperial Japan turned its attention to Port Moresby, the strategic capital of Papua New Guinea. If the Japanese could take it, they would have a launching point to invade Australia. To get there, they had to cross the Kokoda Trail, a nearly 100-kilometer stretch of treacherous terrain lined with steep ridges, rivers, and thick jungle. The fighting was fierce. Australian and Papua New Guinean forces pushed back desperately against advancing Japanese troops. But behind the combat, rumors began to surface. Stories of Japanese soldiers transporting something other than weapons and food: gold. Some believe that during their occupation of parts of Southeast Asia, including the Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia, the Japanese military looted gold, currency, and valuable relics. With the Allied forces closing in, they needed to move this treasure fast. Some say towards secret drop points in the Pacific. One theory claims that crates of gold were carried across the Kokoda Trail by soldiers and forced laborers, only to be buried along the way when the Japanese began losing ground and could no longer defend their position. Soldiers would have hidden the gold in caves, dugouts, or even under false jungle floors, planning to recover it after the war. But that recovery never came. By early 1943, the Japanese were forced to retreat. Hundreds of men died from starvation, disease, and the harsh jungle. Any records of hidden gold would have been lost in the chaos or taken to the grave. After the war, Australian soldiers and local villagers occasionally stumbled upon strange remnants: rusted crates, collapsed bunkers, and Japanese swords embedded in mud. Some claim to find Japanese maps with coded markings, possibly showing hidden supply drops or treasure caches. In the 1970s and 1980s, a few independent expeditions tried to locate buried gold along the Kokoda Trail. Most found nothing except for relics of war, helmets, shell casings, and tools swallowed by the jungle. But some returned with stories they wouldn't tell publicly, fearful of being dismissed, or worse, silenced by government interest. Locals have their own legends. Some elders in villages along the trail speak of metal boxes carried by barefoot soldiers, guarded heavily, never opened. Others warn that the jungle doesn't give up its secrets easily, and that some things are better left undisturbed. Today, the Kokoda Trail is a sacred site, a place of remembrance, sacrifice, and national pride. Thousands of hikers walk it each year to pay tribute to the soldiers who fought there. But buried under their feet, could there still be lost treasure? Perhaps. Perhaps not. But one thing is certain: the jungles of Papua New Guinea are vast. The mountains are deep. And the history of war is filled with shadows. And somewhere, maybe halfway between myth and memory, a fortune waits to be found. Please subscribe to Hidden Gold Files for more treasure legends, wartime mysteries, and the secrets history tried to bury.